Hi guys, what's up? It's Cooper. Oh my goodness. So this is part two, or this is take two, because I was doing a live video in my car, and in Texas right now, we have a heat advisory. So my phone was starting to overheat. And I don't understand because the air conditioner was going, but alas, sorry about that. I wanted to come back because I want to connect with you. Would love to pour some fire and some inspiration and some tactical strategies and mindset tactics to help you go crush some sales this week. Would that be okay with you guys? Would that be okay? I know that, oh my gosh, I was wearing, oh, that was a fake lash. I thought that was from my sunglasses. It was a it was a fake lash that fell out. For those of you listening on a podcast, just know that I had something on my face and I just had to get rid of it. Anyways, coming back, bringing it back in, ready to get back in. So guys, I always hope that, for those of you that I have not met yet before, it's such a pleasure to meet you. My name is Jen Cooper. Everybody calls me Coop. I am an elite sales strategist. I have been in the sales profession for over 20 years now. And the majority of that time, I've been earning six figures or more. But I will tell you, I did not start out that way. For those of you guys that know my story, my sales story was pretty sad when I first started. First off, I could not land a job in sales to save my life. And I'm like, well, geez, I'm trying to get in a sales job, but I can't even sell them on the idea that they should be hiring me right now. Like, it was really sad. In fact, I always say, I think that the only reason my first medical company hired me was because I wore them down. Now, let that be a lesson. I mean, don't go wearing people down, but because of my persistency. I honestly wasn't going to quit. And it wasn't because I had this tenaciousness that I just like this attitude that I was a go-getter and would never give up. It wasn't even like that. It was more because, although it wasn't at the time, now I look back and I realize maybe that wasn't actually the case. But at the time, I just had no idea what else I was going to do with my life. I literally had no idea what I was going to do. So I just stayed the course. I stayed focused on trying to make this, an opportunity in sales come to fruition. Hi, Petra. Hi, Star. Nice to see you guys. So then when I finally got a job in sales, I honestly think it's because they just knew that I wasn't going to give up because I had nothing else to do. Even when I got the job, I was literally the worst closer ever. Like, I was so excited. Have you ever felt so excited about what you have to share with the world, but you have no idea how to articulate it? Like, you have no idea how to spit out the words right, and you're afraid of sounding like a salesperson or being sleazy or weird. And so then you end up sounding like a salesperson in efforts to try not to sound like a salesperson. Do you guys know what I mean? Drop some hearts or some laughing emojis in the comments if you know what I mean, because it really is something that I was challenged with, like significantly challenged with. The more I tried to not be salesy, the more salesy I actually was. It was really weird, and I didn't like it. Didn't feel good. But what I learned along the way, because remember I told you I was significantly challenged closing business, I was having a really hard time and persuading people to at least give me a shot, at least have a conversation with me, at least just spend a little time with me and just see what it is I had to offer. You know what I'm saying, guys? You know what I mean? Like, you're so excited, but like nobody wants to hear you. That's exactly how I felt. And what I learned was the number one skill that was required in order to, and it was actually a skill that I did possess, but that I was trying so hard to make sales and to close business, or at least, tell people about what I had. I was so focused on that that I was forgetting about this one skill that I actually had. I actually had this skill, and so do you. You do too. You want to know what it is? That one skill required to gain influence over your prospects is communication. How to effectively communicate with people. And I'm going to share with you 5 specific reasons as to why we've got to harness in on our communication skills, guys. Even when you are putting messages out there on social media. And by the way, posting on social media is not doing business. That's not doing business. I know that, you post something or you drop a short video or you drop something in your stories and you're watching and you're seeing how many people are watching and you're even looking at the people that are watching. It is so important to do whatever it takes to increase the odds of an actual human to human contact based on whatever you put out there, whatever your messaging is, whatever your calls to action are, right? Like already I had a call to action in this conversation right here. I was like, has anybody ever felt that way before? Star puts her hands up, right? It's all about our ability to communicate and help people feel heard, help people feel related to, help people reduce those barriers and bring down those walls that they may have between you and them. And because if there is a barrier between you, communication wise, you're going to rarely be able to close sales. You just can't do it. If people are not receptive to you, wouldn't you agree that it would be really hard to get them to do something that you feel is in their best interest? It'd be really hard to get them to do that if there's a barrier up between you guys. Do you agree or disagree? Drop it in the comments. You agree or you disagree? So here's why building communication skills is arguably the number one thing that you should be working on. The first reason is it helps you build rapport. Drop that in the comments, building rapport. Do you know that when it comes to new people, and I'm connecting with new people every single day, my goal is to take strangers, find common ground, or I'm sorry, I should say, learn about them, find common ground, and turn them into friends. That's literally what my objective is every single day with new people, is to get to know them, find commonalities and common ground, and turn them into my friends. That is my goal when meeting new people every single day. Why? Because building rapport with people means understanding their preferences, what they truly want. Think about it, guys. How much time, honestly, on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being, gosh, I really need some work on this, or 10 being you're knocking it out of the park in this regard, how much time are you spending building rapport with people before you're and understanding their preferences, their needs, what they like, what they don't like? How much time are you spending doing that? It is really difficult to persuade people when you don't understand their preferences first. You don't have any leverage. Okay. Here's the second reason that it's really important to establish really good, I shouldn't say establish and continually exercise really great communication skills. This is the second reason. Becoming an active listener. Drop that in the comments. Becoming an active listener. What does that mean? Guys, this is something that no artificial intelligence, no chat GPT, none of these automated things are going to be able to do for us. They're just not. Actively listening. I've been needing this content. Oh gosh, Veronica, I'm so glad. Girl, I haven't even gotten to the good stuff, so hang in here. Veronica said that she's been needing these tips. Guys, I hope that goes for the rest of you as well. And here's the truth. I'm always exercising these skills as well. I don't feel that I've arrived. I don't feel that I'm amazing at all of these things. I always am trying to improve my communication skills, to improve my rapport building skills, to improve my active listening skills. Why? Because I want to be the best goddamn salesperson the history has ever known. Okay, that's a big far-fetched dream, but I have this crazy vision that if I can help enough people out there get what they want, that in turn I can become that person. I feel that can be true. Okay, you can tell me I'm crazy, but I'm a big dreamer. So if you're not a big dreamer, then you probably get turned off by someone like me. Where's my big dreamers at? Put your hands up in the comments if you're a big dreamer. Okay, here's the reason why active listening is so important. And it's something that ChatGPT and AI is never going to be able to replace for you. Because one, your active listening, you need to understand the words that people are telling you. I never take them for face value. I'm listening for their tone, written or unwritten, spoken or unspoken. I'm listening for their tonality when they are sharing more about themselves with me. I'm trying to understand them to the deepest level that I can without being weird. Okay, because deep down, I truly want to uncover a way to help people because I feel that I can become the best salesperson ever if I can help enough people get what they want. So I literally, it's almost like a game to me. How well can I understand and learn and deeply internalize by listening actively where people are coming from? I also am paying attention to body language. Let me ask you something. Does my body language say something to you guys? Does my body language, when you see me on live video, does it say something to you guys? If it does, drop in the comments what it says to you. Are you paying attention? Are you paying attention to my body language? Are you paying attention to my tonality? What does it speak to you? How does it make you feel? You become a better communication artist when you are learning to actively listen more and more as the conversation progresses. Here's number 3. The reason that you need to be a good communicator is so that you can ask the most effective questions. So I was on with my mastermind this morning. For those of you that don't know, I have an elite inner circle of champions where we cover all kinds of things. We do one-on-one work. We do group work. We are very intentionally focused. We action our faces off on a day in and day out basis on very specific strategies and goals that we've identified. From the moment people set foot and link arms with me, we break down exactly what they want, not what I want. I actively listen to exactly what they want. And together we reverse engineer a plan in 90 days to knock it out of the park. So in any event, we were talking today in my mastermind about effective questioning, because people were wondering, how do I coach my people within my organization? How do I have hard conversations with them that I feel like I should say something, but I'm not sure exactly how? Anybody, hands up if you know what I'm talking about. You ever have those moments where maybe even with a customer or a client or a business partner on your team, you have to have kind of an uncomfortable conversation with them? That's more like a teachable moment, like a coaching opportunity. I believe that when it comes to communication and how well your message is received, so much of that comes down to your ability to ask effective questions, asking insightful questions to identify underlying motivations that this person has, maybe underlying concerns that one of your people, either a customer, a prospect, a business partner, a prospective business partner, that they may be feeling. It's our job, in order to gain influence over people, we need to be able to effectively communicate very effective questions. Okay. And of course, always with the intent being to serve them and help them solve a problem or come to an agreement or come to a solution. Okay, give me a thumbs up if you're with me so far. Okay, the fourth reason that you need to be really good at your communication skills in business and in life, and literally, when I say in life, I'm a mom. Are any of you guys parents out there? How many kids you got? Drop how many kids you got. I have 4 kids. They are crazy. Even my 1-year-old is crazy. They are of all different types of personality types, energy levels, interests. They're all different. Okay. And so the fourth thing that I realize, even in my life, why I need to become a more effective communicator. By the way, it's so much easier to communicate with you guys than it is my children. Do you ever find that? Hi, Vicki. How are you? Vicki, do you remember though? Her children are grown, but do you remember? And do you remember how like you felt? Oh my gosh, these people are little. How is it? Why is it so difficult for me to have a conversation and communicate what I'm trying to communicate with them? It's so much harder for me with my 4 children. But the fourth reason why I need to become better at communicating, especially with them, is to overcome objections. To overcome objections. It could literally be my kid doesn't want to wear the green shirt on green shirt day and will literally be the only kid in class that is not wearing a green shirt. And they are objecting to it because they don't like the length of it. Or the shade of green. I don't know. It could be something absolutely ridiculous. Or it could be something in business where somebody says, well, theirs is cheaper than yours. So why should I go with you? If I just said that and you've heard it before, guys, when I used to hear that in my doctor's offices, I was in the medical world. And when doctors would say, well, theirs is a lot cheaper. Why should I use you? I literally, I felt my butt clench. I was so nervous. I was like, immediately that feeling of being challenged, just like it would make me sweat. It would make my heart rate increase. And immediately I felt like I almost had to be on the defensive, right? If you are in online marketing, what do you do when people come and challenge you like that? Either yours costs way too much, or, I can get something like this on Amazon. I don't need to spend that money on yours. Or, well, this company offers XYZ and you guys only offer this. How does it make you feel? How does that make you feel when you get those objections thrown in your face? And sometimes people are not very nice about it. Let's be real. We need to become master communicators so that we are able to overcome objections clear and concisely, and also be prepared with clear and persuasive responses. So here's a little hack. Can I share with you guys a little tip that really helped me back in the medical world when I would literally want to poop my pants when somebody would challenge me? And literally the doctors, if they talk to you at all, you probably had 30 to 60 seconds with them. So literally it was fast. So you had to be prepared. Want to know what I did? I took my product. Okay. At the time it was a pharmaceutical. I took my pharmaceutical and I thought to myself, what are all the reasons that the doctors so far have said they don't want to use it? And then I also thought, what are some reasons I would be thinking they probably don't want to use my product, or they might not use my product? And you know what I did? I got prepared with basically the evidence-based proof that backed up the reason that should not be an objection for them. But I never told them that. I never told them they were wrong. Guys, can I give you also a big tip when it comes to handling objections? And for instance, if someone is using a competitor product of yours, never call their baby ugly. That is something that I coined back in my medical days. Never call their baby ugly. Do not, do not under any circumstances tell somebody that they are wrong, dumb, not informed, or even insinuate any of those things when you are overcoming an objection. In fact, the better thing to do that's going to gain you more influence in regards to handling your objections and communicating clearly, it's always good to agree with them. Agree with them. Yeah, Vicky, I get it. I get it. My collagen is more expensive than most. I can't argue with you there. Are you cool if I share with you one or two reasons why it's important that it be the price that it is? And also why it's well worth it. Are you open to that? Do you see what I did there? I literally agreed with her. When you agree with someone that is giving you an objection, automatically, remember that wall? Bringing down that wall. You're automatically, and you are prepared. You're not jumping into, fighting or disagreeing with them or getting in a pissing match with them. You're not saying, well, it's expensive, but, there's probably something that you could give up, like your Starbucks every day. Oh my God. Friends, if somebody they used to coach this. I knew a lot of people that coached this way, especially in network marketing. They coach this way. It is completely ineffective. It is completely off-putting. Do not tell someone that they need to give up something in order to afford your product. Don't do it. Don't do it. Picture me in slow motion. Don't do it. Literally, I want you to prepare yourself, posture yourself, and agree with people when they throw an objection your way. And I also want you to take your product, map out all the reasons that people have told you that they don't want it or that they can't have it or that they should, blah, 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 whatever it is, all the objections you could possibly get. And I want you to go through all of them. And I want you to say, why is what I have a good fit, even if it's more expensive, even if it's more complex to use, even if they have to jump through a few more hoops to get it. Do you know it's never about money? If you solve the right problems for people, I promise you they'll pay anything. I promise you this. There's a reason that a lot of people pay me really good money to coach them. They do, because I'm extremely solution focused on getting them what they want. And I am relentless to help them get there. Because if I don't, that's a loss for me. I lose if I don't help my clients get a significant transformation. Significant. So I take it very seriously. So with that being said, your people will pay anything for your product. It is up to you to position yourself, be prepared with those overcoming objections and being able to communicate it clearly and postured. Yes? Guys, give me some thumbs up if you got me. Okay? Here's number 5 and final. Why your communication skills are critical. The number one thing that we've got to nail down and exercise and continually get really, really strong at over time. Communication. The 5th reason that you need to do this is because if you are not able to negotiate and persuade, you've got no business. If you cannot negotiate terms, negotiate an agreement, come to agreement collaboratively as to why what you are offering makes sense for their needs, why you position it as a mutual beneficial solution to what it is they're trying to accomplish. If you are unable to negotiate and persuade, you literally have no business. That's it. You have no business. And if you don't If you're not able to sell and close effectively, you won't have business, friends. And I believe, and I know this to be true because I was that person. Can any of you guys relate to this? Are you so excited about what you have? Are you so excited about, the opportunity that you offer and the products that you offer? Are you so excited about it, but you're just not able to close sales? Or you feel like you're kind of spinning your wheels closing sales, or you don't really feel like you're in control of the sales conversation? Anybody feel that way? Because I felt that way for a really long time. It wasn't until I was about to lose my job. They literally filled out the papers to put me on a performance plan because I couldn't close business. And if I can't close business, I don't have a job. See, some of y'all are looking at your network marketing business like, well, if I don't close business, I'm not going to be on the streets. And that is a mistake. One, it's probably true, though, that you probably won't be on the streets, right? You're probably going to be okay if you don't close your network marketing business, right? Am I right? And that's the problem. That's the problem, friends. I want you in control of your business. I want you like I was with my back against a wall. Guess what? I actually don't need to build a network marketing business. I don't. Do you want to know why I do? I do it so that I can actively be in the trenches right alongside all of you. I want to do it so that I can prove effective strategies to navigate successful sales, to navigate successful team building, to navigate building leveraged income. I want to prove that I can do it so that I can help you do it too. Okay? So that what that means is I treat myself like I got my back against a wall, the same way I did back in the beginning when I was awful at sales. My back was against a wall. You see, in corporate America, you're in a sales job and you're not selling, you lose your job. So I have always treated my network marketing business the same, always. And at the heart of everything, the ability, and with all this digitization and automation and social platforms and behind the keyboard and all the things, our ability to effectively communicate still is at the heart of all sales that you'll ever make that will sustain over time. You see, I'm willing to bet if I put something in my stories and then, walked people through a sequence of strong messaging and dropped my link in there, I could probably gain some business out of that. Maybe some of you have done that. But what are the odds if I'm not effectively communicating with those buyers? What are the odds they are going to order the next month or the month after that or 4 years down the road? I'm not in this for one and done customers. Are you? There's a reason that a lot of my team tends to stick around because we communicate with them. I communicate with my leaders. Guys, guess what? Everything we just went over, building rapport, understanding the preferences, actively listening, effective questioning, asking insightful questions to uncover underlying needs and motivation, overcoming objections, negotiation and persuading, coming to an agreement mutually. Guess what? I practice all of those communication skills on my business partners as well. And my business is pretty sticky. Can it always be bigger and better? Yeah. But you know what? Wouldn't you be happy to have customers and business partners that stuck around and that you enjoyed communicating with and you enjoyed serving, right? Helping them get what they want. Wouldn't that make you happy? Oh, friends, there's nothing like it. Anyways, I hope that was helpful for you today, guys. That number one skill, the art of communication, is something that we dive deeply into in my inner circle of champions. And if you'd ever like to take a peek, I have one little photo that I basically have a snapshot of what we do in our circle of champions, and some of the stuff that people have lifetime access to as well. So it's super awesome. It's my baby. I'm so proud of it. If you'd like to see that one little picture, drop drop champion in the comments, and I'd be happy to shoot it over to you so you can see what we do on the inside. But all of this effective communication and advanced sales techniques are at the heart of everything we do in our community. And people are killing it right now. It's really, really fun to watch. And that could be you too. All right, my friends, have an amazing week. I hope this was helpful. Hop in my inbox and let me know if it was. And wishing you all the success, and can't wait to connect again soon. Take care.